your soloists. So I'll be starting with our adjudicated awards and then moving on to our top 10. So let's begin with number 1484, representing Larkin Dance Studio, Olivia, dancing to Atmospheric, receives a high gold. Number 1485 from Danceology, Colton, dancing to Stressed Out, receives a high gold. 1486 from Next Step Dance, Rowan, dancing to All About That Super Bass, receives a high gold. 1487 from Club Dance Studio, Kaya, dancing to People Help the People, receives a high gold. 1488 from Tucson Dance Academy, Bella, dancing to a Stutter, receives a gold. 1489 from Danceology, Alexander, dancing to Passage, receives a high gold. 1490 from Larkin Dance Studio, Kendall, dancing to Breathless, receives a gold. 1491 from Canadian Dance Company, Olivia, dancing to Caged Bird, receives a gold. Number 1492 from Limitless at Master Ballet, Riley, dancing to Lost Love, receives a high gold. 1493 from Danceology, Emma, dancing to Arise. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first judge's pick of this session. Congratulations. 1494, representing Tanya's Dance Company, Aaron, dancing to Living Anyway, receives a gold. 1495 from Next Step Dance, Reagan, dancing to Tightrope, receives a gold. 1496 from Larkin Dance Studio, Alexa, dancing to Strength, receives a gold. 1498 from Tucson Dance Academy, Kira, dancing to How Great Thou Art, receives a high gold. 1499, represented by Canadian Dance Company, Ella, dancing to Embers, receives a judge's pick. Number 1500 from Larkin Dance Studio, Elizabeth, dancing to Queen's Speech, receives a gold. 1501 from Danceology, Madeline, dancing to the Floor, receives a high gold. 1502 from Club Dance Studio, Mariana, dancing to Hayes, receives a high gold. 1503 from Next Step Dance, Celia, dancing to Birdsong, receives a high gold. 1504 from Tucson Dance Academy, Samantha, dancing to Falling in Love, receives a high gold. 1505 from Canadian Dance Company, Brooklyn, dancing to My Immortal, receives a high gold. 1506 from Trilogy Dance Company and Turning Point Dance Center, Cece, dancing to Hello, receives a gold. 1507 from Larkin Dance Studio, Sarah, dancing to Dangerous, receives a high gold. 1509 from Danceology, Alexis, dancing to Against Time, receives a high gold. 1510 from Tucson Dance Academy, Imani, dancing to Janjara, receives a high gold. 1511 from Next Step Dance, Ella, dancing to Solitude, receives a high gold. 1512 from Larkin Dance Studio, Miranda, dancing to Mine Hair, receives a high gold. 1513 from Dance Connection 2, Kendall, dancing to Shine, receives a high gold. 1514 from Studio 49, Hannah, dancing to Young and Beautiful, receives a high silver. 1515 from Canadian Dance Company, Emily, dancing to Fading, receives a high gold. 1516 from Larkin Dance Studio, Mackenzie, dancing to Tens, receives a gold. 1517 from Danceology, Lila, dancing to All the Pennies, receives a judge's pick. 1518 from Next Step Dance, Haley, dancing to Cherish, receives a high gold. 1519 from Limitless at Master Ballet, Melanie, dancing to Poland, receives a high gold. 1520 from Larkin Dance Studio, Alicia, dancing If I Had My Way, receives a high gold. 1521 from Club Dance Studio, Carly, dancing to Picture, receives a judge's pick. 1522 from Danceology, Sarah, dancing to Outlaws, receives a judge's pick. 1523 from Next Step Dance, Delaney, dancing to Fog, receives a high gold. 1524 from Larkin Dance Studio, Bo, dancing to Reflections, receives a gold. 1525 from South Coast Conservatory, Janet, dancing to Fame, receives a gold. 1526, represented by Rios Dance, Isabel, dancing to Under My Feet, receives a gold. 1527 from Studio 49, Cameron, dancing to Fire, receives a high silver. 1528 from Trilogy Dance Company, Turning Point Dance Center, Sienna, dancing to Only Love, receives a gold. 1529 from Dance Industry, Haley, dancing to Matter, receives a judge's pick. 1530 from San Diego Dance Center, Sophia, dancing to Concrete Angel, receives a gold. 1531 from Dance Connection 2, Mercedes, dancing to Wonder, receives a gold. 1532 from Larkin Dance Studio, Lauren, dancing to Scherzo, receives a judge's pick. 1534 from Club Dance Studio, Ava, dancing to Sinking, receives a high gold. 1535 from South Coast Conservatory, Jamie dancing to Lanterns Lit receives a high gold. 1536 from Hawkins School of Performing Arts, Hannah dancing to I Feel Light receives a high gold. 1537 from the Dance Studio of Fresno, Emma dancing to Move receives a high gold. 1538 from the Rock Center for Dance, Daisy dancing to Cold receives a high gold. 1540 from Larkin Dance Studio, Rachel dancing to The Last Moment receives a gold. 1541 from Dance Arts Center, Kate dancing to Shutters receives a high gold. 1542 from Trilogy Dance Company, Turning Point Dance Center, Leela dancing to Lose It receives a gold. 1543 from Center Stage Performing Arts Studio, McKella dancing to Rise to the Throne receives a high gold. 1544 from Dance Industry, Sam dancing to Are We There Yet receives a gold. 1545 representing Club Dance Studio, Chevelle dancing to Abyss receives a high gold. 1546 from Larkin Dance Studio, Ava dancing to Voices receives a gold. 1547 from Studio Fusion, Arden dancing to Luminous receives a high gold. 1548 from Larkin Dance Studio, Ashley dancing to Turning Pages receives a gold. 1549 representing Dance Arts Center, Jay dancing to Dress receives a gold. 1550 from Club Dance Studio, Samantha dancing to Rain receives a judge's pick. 1551 from Dance Etc., Hallie dancing to Departure receives a gold. 1554, excuse me, from the Rock Center for Dance, Easton dancing to Hatter receives a high gold. 1556 from Studio Fusion, Julia dancing to All Things Lost receives a high gold. 1557 from South Coast Conservatory, Jared dancing to What's This receives a high gold. 1558 from Dance Arts Center, Abby dancing to Ebb receives a high gold. 1559 from Creative Arts Academy, Haley dancing to Oxygen receives a high gold. 1560 from Dance Industry, Delaney dancing to Come to Me receives a high gold. 1561 from Tanya's Dance Company, Canberra dancing to Believe receives a gold. 1562 from Studio Fusion, Roxanne dancing to So Delicious receives a gold. 1563 representing Larkin Dance Studio, Skyla dancing to Fame receives a high gold. 1565 from Dance Arts Center, Kate dancing to Turn Into the Noise receives a high gold. 1567 from Creative Arts Academy, Ella dancing to Exist receives a judge's pick. 1568 from Next Step Dance, Lily dancing to Soap receives a high gold. 1569 from South Coast Conservatory, Ella dancing to Wanna Go to Hollywood receives a high gold. 1570 representing Larkin Dance Studio, Bennett dancing to For You receives a high gold. 1571 from Danceology, Jade dancing to Another World receives a judge's pick. 1573 from the Rock Center for Dance, Sage dancing to Delight receives a high gold. 1574 from Dance Industry, Lauren dancing to Not About Angels receives a high gold. 1575 from Larkin Dance Studio, Lauren dancing to Golden receives a gold. 1576 from SGS Dance, Arden dancing to Magnifique receives a gold. 1577 from Danceology, Kate dancing to Let It Roll receives a high gold. 1578 from Next Step Dance, Sydney dancing to These Arms of Mine receives a high gold. 1579 from Creative Arts Academy, Austin dancing to Spirit, Fade receives a high gold. 1580 from Glad's Dance Company, Moses dancing to Everybody's Free receives a high gold. 1581 from the Dance Lab Studios, Bria dancing to Home receives a high gold. 1582 from the Rock Center for Dance, Jessica dancing to Cello receives a judge's pick. There it is. Number 1583 from Danceology, Kennedy dancing to Lights receives a high gold. 1584 from Tucson Dance Academy, Caitlin dancing to Perhaps receives a gold. 1585 from Next Step Dance, Reagan dancing to Lights, Awakened Soul receives a high gold. 1587 from Glad's Dance Company, Amanda dancing to Too Darn Hot receives a high gold. 1588 from Danceology, Raina dancing to The Vow receives a high gold. 1589 from Next Step Dance, Addie dancing to On the Sunny Side receives a judge's pick. 1590 from Tucson Dance Academy, Maya dancing to Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, receives a high gold. 1591 from Club Dance Studio, Boston, dancing to Fearful, receives a judge's pick. 1592 from SGS Dance, Maya dancing to I'm Going to Make It, receives a gold. 1593 from Tucson Dance Academy, Kaylin dancing to I Enjoy Being a Girl, receives a gold. 1594 from San Diego Dance Center, Amelia dancing to Titanium, receives a gold. 1595 from Next Step Dance, Kelly dancing to What Lies Within, receives a high gold. 1596 from Vlad's Dance Company, Kiara dancing to What a Wonderful World, receives a judge's pick. 1597 from Danceology, Ava dancing to Sweet Escapism, receives a judge's pick. 1598 from the Dance Lab Studios, Juliana dancing to Serenade, receives a high gold. 1599 from Tucson Dance Academy, Emily dancing to Zorba's Dance, receives a high gold. Number 1600 from Next Step Dance, Kara dancing to Absolutely Me, receives a gold. 1601 from Club Dance Studio, Jenna dancing to Unhinged, receives a judge's pick. And last but not least, number 1602 from Danceology, Emily dancing to Indecision, receives a high gold. Ladies and gentlemen, that does it for our Junior Kid Awards. So once again, give it up for all of our junior soloists that come to the end of the road here this season with these solos. All right. So I'm going to start with our top 10. We're going to begin with our top 10. Dancers like we do at regionals, we're going to line up 10 all the way to first across the stage. I'll announce the top 3 as well on our cash boards. And then right after we do that, we're going to do a picture on stage for social media because we have to post every 5 minutes. So here we go. 10th place overall, junior solo. Give it up, everybody. Representing Larkin Dance Studio, Lauren dancing to Scherzo is 10th place overall here at the Dance Awards. 9th place, High Point, goes to Kiara dancing to What a Wonderful World, representing Vlad's Dance Company. Congratulations, 9th place. 8th place, High Point, give it up, everybody, representing Danceology. It is Lila dancing to All the Pennies. We have a few dancers in 7th place overall, and our first dancer in 7th place. That award goes to Jessica dancing to Cielo from the Rock Center for Dance. Also in 7th place, High Point with Jessica. Give it up, representing Club Dance Studio, Samantha dancing to Rain. And rounding out 7th place, High Point here at the Dance Awards. Give it up for Addie dancing to On the Sunny Side from Next Step Dance. Those are your dancers in 7th place, High Point. Moving on to 6th place, High Point. Please give it up. Representing Club Dance Studio, it is Jenna dancing to Unhinged. 6th place overall. All right, we have 5 dancers in the 5th place position. Here we go with our first dancer in 5th place, High Point. Give it up, everybody. Representing Danceology, it's Emma dancing to Arise. 5th place, High Point. Also in 5th place, High Point, representing Danceology, is Jade, dancing to Another World. 5th place, High Point, also going to Ella, dancing to Embers from Canadian Dance Company. 5th place, High Point, also going to Sarah, dancing to Outlaws, representing Danceology. And rounding out 5th place, High Point here in our junior division, give it up for Carly dancing to Picture from Club Dance Studio, 5th place, High Point. Those are your girls in 5th place, congratulations. And we move on to 4th place, High Point. We have one dancer in 4th place, and that is Haley dancing to Matter from Dance Industry, 4th place, High Point. In our junior solo division. All right, here we go with our top 3, starting in 3rd place overall. 3rd place overall gets a $100 cash prize. This dancer represents Creative Arts Academy. Her name is Ella, and she danced to Exist. 3rd place, High Point. Congratulations. 2nd place, High Point, and a $200 cash prize. Junior soloist representing Club Dance Studio, Boston, dancing to Fearful. 2nd place, High Point, junior soloist here at the Nationals. First place, High Point, and a $300 cash award, everybody, goes to Ava, dancing to Sweet Escapism, representing Danceology. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your top 10 here in the Junior Solo Division at the Dance Awards. Congratulations to them, but also congratulations to all of our junior solos. Thank you so much. We're going to do pictures on stage. Parents, you can take some time to do pictures.